Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing something quite exciting. I'm going to be flipping through my 2023 completed Hobonichi weeks, and then I'm also going to give you a sneak peek into my 2024 Hobonichi weeks, which I've been using since November 2023. If you're new to the Hobonichi weeks, it starts a month before the actual year begins. I think it's so that the idea is that you can put in appointments if there's important things you want to jot down that you might refer to, but I decided to hop into my 2024 weeks early. So I'm going to give you a peek into how that's been going for me as well. So if seeing what a completed Hobonichi weeks may look like is of interest to you, I hope that you stick around to the end as well so you can see what my 2024 one is shaping out to look like. Before we get started, my name is Jay. On this channel, I create a lot of planner stationery content, typically surrounded around the Hobonichi weeks and my thought process. It is my favorite planner. It's the planner that I've used most consistently throughout the years. And yeah, I'm happy to have you here. I would love you to take a second to like and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's just get started. So in 2023, I did use the Monuncle cover, which has this beautiful line, like fine, simple line drawings. And it's by a Japanese artist, I'm pretty sure. I did already at the beginning of November take out like some of the decorative stuff I had sitting here throughout the year, but anything that was officially stuck into the planner is still here. If you're new to the weeks, every single Hobonichi weeks has this sort of spread, and the one from 2023 I used to track my weight, so I'm not going to show what that looks like in this video, but that's what I did use that spread for. And then we hop straight into my monthlies. I kept everything very simple. I started the year with simplicity in mind. However, you'll see I kind of went too simple to the point where I didn't really connect with this planner. I felt as though it wasn't mine, like I didn't put enough personality onto the pages. The monthlies I kept very simple. I don't tend to use monthlies all that often. They're not like integral to my planning process. But I did fill them out sometimes. As you can see, July's I didn't use it all. July, I'm pretty sure that was the month I was in the B6 Common Planner from Sterling Ink. And then I'm pretty sure I spent August and September in a TN. I've since gone back and updated this planner. I spent the most amount of time in this past calendar year in this planner, but there were a couple of little hiccups where I spent in other months. And then when I did move back to the Hobonichi weeks fully, I didn't fill out the monthlies. Again, they're not central to how I plan. And then by December, I had moved out of this book and into the new one. Okay, so this is what my first weeks look like. As I said, I really went for simple. If you've seen my plan with me's before, especially from like previous years, I definitely was playing with washi a little bit more. I was layering stickers a little bit more, and I love visually this style so much. I think it's very clean looking, and it allows you to just focus on what you're writing on the page, as opposed to getting like distracted by a bunch of different like other things. But I found that I just didn't really connect with this planner like I have my previous Hobonichi weeks. And I think it's because I went too simple, as I was saying earlier, to the point where it didn't feel like mine. Like it felt like it didn't have that personality that my previous Hobonichi weeks had. And that's like ultimately why I love this planner so much. It comes really as like a blank slate. You can do so much with these weeklies, and they're so easy to manipulate and you can make them whatever you want to make them. And especially early 2023, looking back on it, I just feel like I didn't really make it mine. So yeah, but I still used this planner quite a bit. It wasn't until the middle of the year that I switched into something else, and I ended off the year in this planner. So I returned to it, and yeah, this is one of my favorite spreads. This was using a Mind Wave sticker sheet, and I loved it so much. And then these are some Baumkuchen stickers that they were giving out with some orders. And then there's some weeks that I just hate. Like, I hate this week. This one was cute, again, with the Mind Wave sticker sheet. So yeah, you'll see as time goes on, I'm adding in more personality. Like, I'm bringing in highlighters a little bit more. I'm putting deco on this side of the page, whereas I started off the year with just a sticker over here. So as the year is going on, I'm adding more personality to it in some situations. Like, I added a piece of washi over here in addition to the one here. I really feel like 2023 showed me exactly how I like to use my Hobonichi weeks, because I tried to do something a little bit different and it didn't really pan out. But I still used the thing quite a bit. Here's when I was using like a ballpoint pen. I was just trying a bunch of different stuff. For majority of the year, I will say I did use my Pilot Vanishing Point, but there were times where I was just trying other things. So, yeah. I used a lot of sterling ink this year. These are all empty pages. This is like the first time that I ever didn't plan. Like, for pretty much the entire month of August until my birthday week, I didn't plan in any planner. And like, I can't go back and back plan these pages even if I wanted to. And that hasn't happened since I started planning, and I don't like it. I don't like just feeling like I have that missing time. I have a general idea of the things that I did then, but I don't know on what day, and I don't have any like better memory than like highest level stuff. And I ultimately don't like that. So as you can see, when I came back to this planner, I said, fuck it. I'm decorating and really like putting myself into it, and I was so much more consistent with it. Like, you can just see, like, from earlier in the year to here, I'm much more invested with it. I'm interacting with it every day. So that was definitely a lesson I learned. I brought out the Oakland Fern stickers again, which that's one of my favorite Etsy shops ever, for like journaling style stickers. And like, this just feels like my vibe. Like, it's 100% me when I plan like this. And that was a lesson that I learned this past year. So we're into September, now October. And I was just picking it up a lot more often than I had been earlier in the year. This is one of my favorite spreads. This one was from Sterling Ink. And then this was a mix. So I actually got a fortune cookie and I put that in there. This washi's from the Coffee Monsters Co. Some washi from, oh, what is that shop? Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I have a ton of washi from them. They're based in Florida. I'll put their name on the screen here. I can't remember right now. But it was just so much more me. And then by this week, I hated how this week turned out. And by November 27th, the new Hobonichi week started. And I immediately hopped into it, which is also kind of new for me. Because typically, I don't want to move into my new planner because I just love flipping through the pages. And I develop such like a connection with the current planner that I'm in that by the end of the year, I'm like, oh, but I love all the memories. And this year is like, peace, hasta la vista, I am done. So that's it. I didn't pick this back up off my shelf. So in my back pages, I do goal stuff and tracking, and I never really share them once I start filling them out. I'm thinking I might share them a little bit more in 2024, but I don't really ever flip through my back pages because it's not like just daily to-do lists or anything like that. It is more like trackers and finances and goals and stuff like that, which is just a little bit more personal. So that is how my 2023 Hobonichi weeks turned out. And since I've been in my 2024 Hobonichi weeks now for over a month, I thought that I'd show you how it is going. So I am just using a clear cover. I haven't felt like using a leather cover in a while. I keep pulling out my leather covers. I put my planner in it. It's not even in it for more than an hour. It just isn't sitting right. I've just been using a clear cover right now. So that's a thing. And then I've got a ton of like ephemera and little stuff here at the front. And then my 2024 kind of intro page where I've been pulling sticky notes if and when I need them. And then this is just like my calendar, my yearly overview. I used some little dot stickers from Papery Planning. These are just my paydays that's marked off here. I have a list of some like longer term projects that I want to do at some point throughout the year, aren't necessarily a have to do, and I haven't assigned them to like a specific month, week, or day. I've just been jotting them down there. And then this is just like a list of stuff that I'm currently tracking in one way or another. And then this is an empty spread. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. Last year I used it for weight, and years previously I've also used it for weight. But this year I'm actually using another Hobonichi Weeks that's specifically about health related stuff. So I'm using this spread, but in that book for weight. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. I'm still thinking about it. And if anything, I may not use it at all, and that's fine too. So then this is my December monthly. Again, pretty simple. Monthlies aren't really my shtick. Like, it's not where I really find joy. I don't refer to them a whole lot. So this is what my monthly looks like right now, but I did go ahead and decorate. I put in all of the holidays, and I also put down washi for every month. So last year I used the stickers from the Sterling Ink subscription because I was getting that subscription every month, and I used those stickers for every monthly, and I did really like it, but I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different this year, and I wanted to make some better use out of my more like decorative cartoon kind of washi. So for this year, I've gone ahead and I'm using washi strips from all of like my Coffee Monsters Co. washi, and it's mostly Coffee Monsters Co. But I believe maybe it's all Coffee Monsters Co. This is just Paper Co. This little square, it's because the boxes go down all the way into the month of December. So I guess it's mainly Coffee Monsters Co. washi, but I just thought it'd be fun and something a little bit different, but still cohesive. Like there's still a cohesive theme between each month, like there was last year, and I did like that. So, and I also like that it's already done. A lot of the stuff that is month-centric, like my monthly tracker, my monthly budget, my monthly calendar spread, I don't do well with setting those up in time. Like it's like I blink and the next thing I know, it's like January 10th and my monthly's not done. And now we're like a quarter through the month. So I went ahead and it's bare minimum, but it's already done. Like I don't have to think about picking a washi. I don't have to think about picking anything. I don't have to think about putting in the holidays. It's just done. I can just flip to the page and start using it on the first of the month. So I did go ahead and set all that up. And then let's go to my weeks. So this was my first week, and this is using, again, stickers from that Florida shop. What is it? Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out. Paperminty Studio, that's what it is. I have a ton of washi from Paperminty Studio, and I have a handful of stickers from them, and I really like their stuff. So this is Paperminty Studio stickers. All of this came off of the same sheet. And I also found the Clark & Cord date covers. I love these. I've been using them every single week. They've been so fun. These stickers are from Opal and Fern. And I had a lot of fun with them too. I loved how warm toned it was, but still like super Christmassy. I thought it was a nice color story. And then this is also from Opal and Fern. This is just the week of December 11th. I just had a really good time doing these spreads, and I've just been using my planner so much more. I've also still been using my Pilot Vanishing Point and the extra fine. So yeah, this is the actual week of Christmas, which these stickers are from Fox and Pip. They've been in my collection for years, and every year I'm like, I'm going to use them, and then every year the week of Christmas comes and goes and I completely forget. And this year I finally used them, and I loved how the spread came together, especially focusing on the green that's in the kit by using the Clark & Cord date covers and little circles. This is a little overboard, I will say, but I find out whether or not I'm working the night before. So I didn't know I knew I'd have Monday and Tuesday off because of the holiday, but I didn't know on Tuesday if I'd be working on Wednesday or not until like 6 o'clock that evening. So I probably would have marked these days off in a different way, but it's the kind of thing I don't know until the day of or the day before. So that's why I made that decision. Looking back on it, it's not my favorite thing, but I also know exactly why it looks like this. And then this is my current week. So it is quite simple, but still decorative. Like, I've just been having so much more fun with this. It's just been bringing me so much more joy than like the overly simplistic spreads in this planner was. So it's been going really well. And then I also love my tab situation. All of these tabs, I believe, are from Sautelier. And I've got 1 through 12 over here, and then I have an olive green one, which takes me to this page. Hold on. This page, which is like the index page. I have all of my goals for the year. I'm weird with goals. I like to keep them to myself. So I'm not going to share with you, but essentially I have put 1 through 10. I think I set 10 goals. And then put the goal beside it. So it's like a landing page for my goals, because I don't really index my notes pages. I never really come back and I'm like, okay, well, on page 12, I wrote about this. I never do that. So instead I used it for goals this year, and I'm actually really excited that there's like a spot in my weeks for my goals that looks really nice. I'm trying to show my back pages a little bit more while still maintaining like privacy, you know? Okay, so on my first spread in my notes pages, I'm tracking my cycle, and then this, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it to track. I think it might just be like a general adulting tracker. I did that last year. I just didn't stick with it, but the times that I did use it, I found it really helpful. I like being able to go back and like, when was the last time I changed my toothbrush head, and know that, okay, it's been 3 months. It's time to do it again. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this page. I'm just not 100% sure yet. And then on this spread, I have my no-buy goals and plans for the year. I'm not completely done though, figuring them out. I have a general idea. There's just a couple things I'm still kind of hung up on. And then this spread is going to track my project pan for the year. So I have a list of products that I do want to finish, makeup related, stuff like that I want to completely pan this year. And that's where I'm going to keep track of that. Here is where I'm tracking some YouTube stuff. So I'm essentially putting down how many videos I'm uploading every month, the amount of videos that I uploaded that were sponsored. And then I'll also go back and put in my income for the month. And then I'm just writing down the sponsorships that I do throughout the year. And then this is just a landing page for content ideas for the year. And then this is my book tracker. So over here is my TBR, which I have like a Goodreads TBR, and I just kind of, on that one, I put books that I'm just interested in general, but I think this is going to be more specific, like higher top of the list, higher priority TBR. This sticky note has like my real book goals for the year. Not only do I have a number of books that I want to read this year, which is 16, but I also have smaller goals. Like I want to read a horror book. I really want to try a fantasy book. I have some Emily Henry books and I'd like to read one of those. I also have some Sally Rooney books and I'd like to read one of those. So there's more general genre goals, more author goals, and then specific books that I'm really interested in reading next year. So that's all my book related stuff. Okay, so the next one, I'm just going to skip through. It has like Christmas related shopping stuff and Christmas gift lists. There's sticky notes and stuff for 2023. I don't want to share like how much I spent and everything, like on individual gifts for individual people. And then I also just have like my personal wish list. So that's what that spread is. And then this spread in one way or another is going to be used to track my LSAT. I really want to take the LSAT this year. That's probably one of my biggest goals this year is weight stuff, like losing weight and building better habits to live a healthier lifestyle, and then LSAT. So some kind of tracker is going to go here. I just didn't draw one out yet because I need to get back into studying, and until I do that, I won't necessarily know the exact things I want to track. So I just left the space open. And then my last tab takes me to my monthly trackers, which my monthly trackers, I will show you a blank one, will look like this. So over here, I'm tracking a couple things, bare bones things. I'm not good with trackers. I'm really not good with trackers. So I'm really only tracking things that are very specific to me achieving my goals for the year. I'm not tracking anything that I don't need to take track of, that seems unnecessary, that doesn't in one way serve my ability to track my progress on my goals. So it's literally like 4 or 5 things, and it's things that, okay, I know if I did them 2 days later, so I can go back and fill out a couple of days at a time, just because I know I'm not good at trackers. So bare bones tracker for the month. And then over here is where I'm doing all of my budget stuff. I'm able to like fit it on one page. I don't do super in-depth budgeting, but there are a couple of things that I do want to note and want to be able to look back at the end of the year and be like, okay, this is everything budget related to this specific thing throughout the year. Again, it's things, I'm only putting things on these back pages that are highly pertinent to my ability to track my progress on my goals for 2024. I'm not tracking anything that is unnecessary or doesn't serve that purpose, because I just won't do it. That's just clogging up my work. That's just like clogging up my life. It's giving myself extra work for the sake of doing it. And I think hopefully by reducing that stuff and not even trying to track things that aren't imperative for me to know, I will be more successful in the tracking department. And again, I went ahead and set up the entirety of the year, and this is where I used the Sterling Ink subscription. So I used every kit for each month, and I've already gone ahead and set it up. I've drawn my little lines for my tracker in pencil. I've put the little washi strip and the day of the month, and then a little decorative sticker on this page. So again, it's for the most part set up. Only thing I have to do is put in the numbers, which I might sit down one day when I'm watching like a Netflix movie or something and just do all the numbers. I just didn't get to it when I was initially setting this up. But I'm not going to put down the things that I'm tracking in case those things change throughout the year, which they might. And then the budget stuff, it doesn't take long, and it just makes sense for me to do it at the beginning of the month because, again, some of those stuff may change as the year goes on. But the decorating part is completely done and set up, which I think is also going to make it very helpful for me. So I've done it all the way through November. And then here are my dailies. So if there's ever a day where I don't have enough room on my actual weeks, in my actual weekly section, I will just start doing a list in the back pages. So Saturday, December 9th. Yeah, so I put everything here, and then I ended up doing a major closet clean out that day, and I wanted to keep writing down stuff that I was doing, and I just didn't have room here. So I flipped to a blank page and started out a month, and we went from December, it's now January. I'm just going to keep doing it like this because by the time I set up all those trackers, and goals and lists and all those things, I was already on page 37, and there's only 71 notes pages. So it's not often that I need a daily. I mean, in the month of December, I used 2 dailies. Like, that's it. So I think I'm going to be able to fit it. But due to the lack of pages, it's just going to be ongoing. I use as much room as I do for the month, and then I flip the page and I keep going. So yeah, and then that's really about it. I've been really enjoying this. I went way more into depth about this planner than I was expecting. It really just, in my mind, was going to be a sneak peek, but I kind of, I guess, walked you through a little bit more of an updated setup now that I've been using it. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. I think I'm going to have such a great year in this book. I'm looking forward to it. It already feels like home, and it's reminding me so much of my 2022 Hobonichi weeks, which to this day is my favorite Hobonichi weeks I've ever used. I look back on it all the time. I love it so much. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate having you here. Before you head out, it'd mean the world to me if you clicked like and also subscribed if you're interested in seeing more of the stuff that I do on this platform. And without further ado, I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!